Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Will Cinematics video. Today I will be reviewing Beauty and the Beast. No, not that one, this one, the better one. We start the movie off with a stained glass window telling the story of a prince who was mean to an ugly old woman who turned out to be an enchantress. Surprisingly, Beauty and the Beast is a Disney original. Like, the whole story is theirs, like they made it up themselves, which I find really interesting. Then we cut to a small provincial town that is the home of Belle. Belle is the main character, and she's played by Paige O'Hara, and Paige O'Hara does a great job in this role. By the way, if you didn't know, this movie takes place in France. Anyways, the townsfolk sing a song titled Belle about how Belle is weird for a girl. She's beautiful, but she's also weird because she reads. And after this, we meet her kooky father, Maurice. Like, kooky's the best word to describe him. He's very, as I keep saying the word bumbly, he's very bumbly, just like the king in Cinderella and the king in Sleeping Beauty. Very bumbly character, is very funny, and he's very, stout and fun. You can see that through his, shape, animated shape. Basically, Maurice has to leave, and when he's on his way, he goes the wrong way and ends up at this castle. He runs into wolves and gets led to, the Beast's castle. When he gets there, he gets captured by the Beast, and the Beast puts him in, a cage. And then Belle gets proposed to by Gaston, and is disgusted by it. She sings a song titled Belle Reprise about longing for more and how she's sick of this small provincial town, and her song almost gets interrupted in a sense by the horse that Maurice was on showing up and telling her that Maurice is in danger. She gets on the horse and she heads to find Maurice, and also I have to say she's definitely one of the more warrior type of princesses. Yes, she wears a dress, yes, she falls into a lot of these very feminine categories, but I do have to say that I really love this warrior attitude she has to her, where she's just not afraid of anything and can just she literally just goes off on a horse into the woods with no fear, ready to face whatever took her father. Belle finds out something happened to him and hurries to his aid. So basically, she finds the castle and the Beast and decides to trade her place with her father. I have to say, Belle is very brave, and I do not give her enough credit. The fact that she decides to trade her place with her father is such a powerful thing to do. To be my father's imprisoned, I care about my father so much, I will take his place for him as your prisoner, and you let him go. After the scene, we learn that the West Wing is prohibited, and we don't know why. It's a mystery. Even though Belle is a prisoner, she's still invited to dinner, because there's this whole plot line about the Beast trying to find someone to love him before his 21st birthday. He invites her to dinner just as a kind gesture because he doesn't want her to starve. It's kind but also not. The Beast, there are a lot of these scenes where he's mean, but you can see the kindness layered underneath. So here he's oh, you're gonna starve, you don't eat anything. But it's a very funny line because you see the Beast wants to invite her to dinner as a nice gesture, but can't get out the words right, so he just goes with anger. It's anger is his default, basically. Back to the plot. Then we cut to depressed Gaston. He's very sad about Belle being mean to him, and LeFou, his little assistant guy, sings to him about how Gaston's great. It's a whole song literally titled Gaston about how Gaston is the best. Every line is just Gaston is the best. It's a really funny song, and I really enjoy it. I love listening to it. So then we cut back to the castle, and we see Belle come down, and she gets sung to by Lumiere and all the other objects, and they sing this song called Be Our Guest. So then it is a really fun song where you see all the castle objects that are animate singing and dancing, and very fun song, all on a dinner table. And the funny part about it is that what people have noticed that Belle never actually eats anything. They pass a bunch of food in front of her, and it's very fun, but every time she's about to try something, she gets interrupted by more song. So I guess Belle is just starving at the castle now. The different objects are, so Mrs. Potts is a teapot, Chip is a cup, and Cogsworth is a clock, and there are many more. There's also an armoire as a character, and Lumiere is a candle. And then Belle heads to the West Wing and finds this rose in a glass case, and basically this rose represents the Beast's life in a sense, his life form. And the rose, as it loses petals, it's a sign, basically a ticking clock for the Beast to see how much time he has left until he's stuck as the Beast. All the rest of the objects are stuck as objects, and basically the Beast sees her in the West Wing and gets angry and kicks her out because he doesn't want anyone near the rose. It's kind of his vulnerable place. And then Belle runs off into the woods. She gets attacked by this pack of wolves. These wolves are really brutal in this movie, guys. So brutal. They just keep showing up at the worst time. She gets attacked by this group of wolves, and the Beast comes and saves her. So then we see her tending to his wounds, and we see the Beast warm up to her. Then we see Belle and the Beast spending time together reading. Belle loves books, so the Beast's library is quite impressive. She's in love with it because there are all these books she hasn't read, because in her small provincial town there are only 8 books in this one very small library. I don't think it's even supposed to be a library. I think it's another shop, and there just happened to be like a couple books in it, and she reads those, and she reads them over and over again. Like she was saying in the song Belle, there's a line about her reading the story Cinderella, I believe, over and over again. She's like singing to a sheep, actually. She's basically like, here in the story Cinderella meets the prince, but she doesn't know it's the prince until chapter 3, because she's read the thing so many times. She knows the exact chapters that like everything happens in, which I think is quite funny. Then we see a montage of Belle and the Beast enjoying themselves in the snow, having like a fun, almost like snow day. They sing a song titled Something There, and they sing it together, and we see like their love kind of like blossom. I have to say this is one of the healthier Disney relationships. Yes, you can argue Stockholm Syndrome, but I don't think Belle was captured long enough to make that an argument. Like, she wasn't actually in his capture for that long. She could have left the Beast in the woods after he fought off the wolves and just left, but she stayed because she cares about him, or she's starting to care about him. Anyways, what I was trying to say is that their relationship is actually more than one day. It seems to be a couple weeks or months. Like, a lot of the Disney princesses before her have relationships overnight. They meet someone, they talk for an hour, or like sing for an hour, and then it's we're in love, we're getting married. But Belle and the Beast have like multiple songs together, and we see them go through different seasons. So it's definitely a longer relationship before marriage, which I really like. And now this next song isn't always in the movie. It was cut and then added later, and it's titled Human Again, and basically this song is about the objects wishing to be human again. They yearn for like human life and what they missed all these years, because they think Belle is getting close to loving the Beast, and Beast is getting close to loving Belle. After that, we see them dance together to Mrs. Potts singing Beauty and the Beast, and it's a very beautiful scene with that yellow dress and like the blue suit. I wish I could share the sound here, but you know, copyright. But the scene is very beautiful, and you should totally check it out on like YouTube or something. Then when Belle checks on her father using a magic mirror, she sees he's been captured by Gaston and considered crazy after telling people that the Beast took his daughter. Then Belle, sad about leaving the Beast, heads to save her father. She's like very upset because she was just warming up to the Beast and they were definitely like in love. And she's like, I have to go save my father. He's definitely in trouble, because she saw him in the mirror. She goes back to town. All the townsfolk are talking about the Beast. Asks the mirror to show her the Beast, and she tells everyone he's not that bad and like shows the Beast's face. Everyone freaks out because he just looks so ugly and so hideous and so evil. They freak out and they sing this song, and basically Gaston twists the story and says that they should kill the Beast, and clearly he's confused Belle, which isn't true. But basically he locks up Belle, and the citizens sing a song titled the Mob Song. The citizens all head to the castle and they fight all the objects, and Gaston especially looks for the Beast, like he's trying to hunt the Beast to kill the Beast. Meanwhile, Chip, Mrs. Potts' child, frees Belle from the house, and then it cuts back to Gaston fighting the Beast. So the Beast wins the fight basically because he's just a bigger, stronger guy, and the Beast could have killed him, but he lets him go, and he's like, just get out of here. If you leave now, I won't hurt you. And Gaston's like crying over this. He's like, please let me go, let me go. And the Beast's like, yeah, fine, whatever. And then Gaston shoots the Beast because he wants that like kill so bad, and he slips and he falls to his death. Then Belle like finds the Beast and he's like dying, and then he ends up actually dying. The rose that represents his life dies as well. Like the rose stops floating, it's not so bright, it's like all the petals are gone, it's just dead. And then at that moment, Belle confesses her love for him, and everything turns back, including the dead Beast. And here in this scene, the transformation scene as they call it, which is the name of the song and the score, so beautiful, so pretty. Every scene of that is amazing. There are like comets coming down, and it's a very pretty scene. And we see the castle go from this dark color to like this like marble white color, which is really cool. Then we see them dance one final time to Beauty and the Beast, and that's how it ends. I love every minute of this movie. My favorite thing about it is definitely the fact that it's original. Here, let's get to my rating. So for main character, I said 9 out of 10 because Belle just like, she's almost like Cinderella enhanced, if that makes sense, like Cinderella plus. She gives off Cinderella vibes in the sense that she's very confident and very headstrong, and like she's a very good person, but also knows when she needs to be tough. But then Belle takes a step further with all this bravery she has. She's a very brave woman, I have to say. And then for supporting characters, I said 7 out of 10 because I love Lumiere and Mrs. Potts, but some of the supporting characters I don't like as much. Like I'd consider Gaston and LeFou supporting characters, and I just don't like those characters as much because they're a little annoying. Love interest, I said 8 out of 10 because the Beast is a great love interest. He's definitely got so much character. I know I keep talking about characters with love interest, but it's really important to talk about that with Disney movies because a lot of these films have a lot of trouble with love interests because their love interests are very one-dimensional, not very interesting. So I always like to touch on character, and the Beast definitely has a lot of that, not only through his face and his expressiveness, but also his lines he says in the movie and how we see it warm up. And he has the most character development of like almost any Disney character I've ever seen. And for songs, I said 8 out of 10 because I love all the songs. The Mob song is just not one of my favorites, so I had to decrease some points because I just don't love it. It's very hard to get 10 out of 10 on songs for a movie. And for ending, I said 10 out of 10 because I love the ending. I was talking about the transformation scene. I really love that scene so much. Villains, 5 out of 10 because Gaston, I just don't like him as a villain. He's not that scary. He's more just like an annoying. You can't relate to Ursula or Maleficent and evilness, which I really like that level of evil, and Lady Tremaine, of course, that level of evil, but he can't compare at all. He's a little annoyance. He's not a big bad until the end when he shoots the Beast, but like that's his only big evil moment, and it's not even that evil because he kills himself by accident later. And then for animation, I said 8 out of 10. I have to give him some credit because it must be hard to animate the Beast's face because he has such a strange face, very creative style to add to his face where they mix tons of different animals to make him. So I have to give them props there. And for score, I said 8 out of 10 because that transformation scene really gave this movie a lot of points there. I really love that part, and also the rest of the score is good as well. And I said 8 out of 10 because it doesn't have like a perfect score. Like it's not like every single song in the score is something I like love, but that's very hard for a movie to accomplish. Then my overall score was 8.5 out of 10 because I really love this movie and deserves a good 8.5. So watch Beauty and the Beast if you haven't yet. Please avoid the remake. I'll review that later. And I want to thank you guys for watching, and please make sure to like and subscribe.